increasingly restricted by Silicon Valley, more Americans are ditching mainstream social media platforms for the more conservative-friendly sites like Rumble.
The YouTube alternative, Rumble, has added more than 81 million viewers since last August and has now caught the attention of venture capitalist Peter Thiel and J.D. Vance.
Good combination. Joining us now is the founder and CEO of Rumble, Chris Pavlovski. Chris, congratulations. What do you think prompted this switch?
Thank you for having me on. So back in when we started in 2013, what I noticed was that a lot of these incumbent platforms were deprioritizing the small creator, giving them less distribution, giving them less reach, and they were completely prioritizing all the big brands, the icons, the influencers, and they left the small creator completely behind. So we built this platform on the premise of helping the small creator. Fast forward to 8 years, we're 2021 now, and we're seeing preferencing and censorship across the spectrum with small creators. Our aunts and uncles can't reach their friends on all these other incumbent platforms the same way they could 10, 15 years ago. So we entered the market with the idea of helping the small creator, bringing them the same tools that large creators, large influencers have: distribution, monetization, etc. And that's what's prompted this surge in growth on Rumble.com.
And at the same time, you were talking about a little bit about creators and things like that, but there are a number of conservatives who feel that they are not served by Facebook or Twitter, and so they're going to your site because you're not in the censor business. You're not in the censor business.
Yeah, so like I said, the preferencing that's happened over the last 10 years has just rapidly increased. And in 2020, we saw all types of different types of censorship happening. And in 2020, we saw all types of different types of censorship happening. You couldn't really communicate with your friends and family the same way that you could on Rumble. What we're doing that's different is that when you open up the app, you have a chronological feed where when you contribute you upload your own video, your friends and family are going to get that video. It's not going to be overtaken by somebody else's page or somebody else's channel that has more shares or more likes. You're going to get the content that you subscribe to the same way as if you're phoning somebody through your phone. You're going to get exactly who's phoning you. It's not going to be preference, and we're not going to control the remote control like these other platforms do. You're controlling the channel, you're controlling what you see, and you're getting the content that you want.
That's great. You're not going to tell us what we can and can't watch. What was your reaction when President Trump was taking off some of these platforms?
Obviously, when the president is taken down of any country from any platform, that's a very concerning thing. It's not something that we like to see. It's something that definitely I was quite shocked to see happen. Any president from any country being removed from any platform for just communicating to the people that want to hear him.
Chris, are you concerned that your success could warrant scrutiny from people that hold the keys to you actually getting out there? I mean, you saw what happened with Parler. Came back. It's not the site has not regained the momentum it had.
I'm not concerned at all. There's two things that we do much differently. First, we have a really strict moderation policy when it comes to racism, anti-Semitism, terrorist organizations, inciting violence, pornography, etc. And second, we've done things the old-fashioned way. We're not dependent and reliant on the other cloud services out there. We've kind of put servers all around the world, our own, and built our infrastructure the old-fashioned way. We're not dependent on these incumbent platforms. And that's one of the things that this investment that we received recently is going to do, is that we're really going to start expanding that infrastructure so that other businesses can come work with us and they can feel safe and secure on our infrastructure.
And that was the problem for Parler. Their infrastructure was owned by Amazon, and they pulled the plug on them. Chris, it sounds like you are trying to be right down the middle, fair and balanced, if you will. Does it astound you that some social media companies and sites they're so politically far to the left, they've excluded half of the country. And if you're in business, you want everybody to be part of your team.
Yeah, you know, that's another thing that's shocked me quite a bit in the last 10 years, and more so in the last couple of years, is all these platforms they want to jump in on the conversation. They want to start fact checking. They want to start moderating posts on opinions. You know, we all disagree. We all have different viewpoints. And one thing at Rumble that I really want to hold core to is not get involved in other people's views. If you have a view, that's your view, and you can communicate to your follower, your subscriber, however you like. We're not going to control that remote on you. We're not going to control that remote on you. We're not going to control that remote on you. We're not going to control that remote on you.
Oppression is malicious or unjust treatment or exercise of power, often under the guise of governmental authority or cultural opprobrium. Oppression may be overt or covert, depending on how it is practiced. Oppression refers to discrimination when the injustice does not target and may not directly afflict everyone in society, but instead targets specific groups of people. No universally accepted model or terminology has yet emerged to describe oppression in its entirety, although some of the scholars cite evidence of different types of oppression, such as social oppression, institutional oppression, and economic oppression. Oppression.